Hey everybody, Brian here at Acne Be Gone. I wanted to make a quick video today on water. Why you should be drinking it, how much you should be drinking, and when you should be drinking. And this is all coming right up. Okay, water. This seems to be like a huge topic that most people like to talk about. And one of the things that most people ask is how much water they should be drinking. Now, I want to really stress this point that it's not how much water you should be drinking, it's more of when you should be drinking this water, okay? When I was younger, I would drink loads and loads of water, especially when I used to have really, really bad acne. I remember for 3 days straight, I went on a complete fast. I didn't eat anything. All I did was drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water. And for those 3 days, my acne, it didn't get worse. It didn't get exactly better, but it never really got worse either, so it was fine. But as soon as I started eating again, I would just break out all over again. So I do want to really emphasize the point that water and diet are two factors that contribute to acne. But for today's video, I really want to just talk about water. So why you should be drinking water. 2 reasons. First reason, you definitely want to make sure that you're constantly cleansing your body out of impurities, of waste, and things like that. So you want to make sure that you're constantly making sure that things are flowing on the inside. Second, my personal reason is to kind of trick your body, trick your stomach, if you will, and your pancreas. So one of the things that your pancreas does is whenever you eat food, and depending on what type of food, it releases insulin. Now, if you have foods that are really sugary, you're going to have an immediate insulin spike. And insulin spikes trigger your sebaceous glands to produce more oil and ultimately increases your chances of a pore being clogged, and then you break out. Or at least you just get one zit. And depending on how much insulin that you've produced and how much oil your sebaceous glands are producing is going to dictate how many pimples or bumps you're going to get on any particular day. So water. My specific formula or my specific strategy whenever I'm drinking water is always drink water at the end of every meal, and typically during the meal as well. What this does is it kind of reduces the amount of sugar concentration in your stomach. So if you're able to fill up your stomach with water, and I'm not talking about dramatically or in an exaggerated form, but if you're able to fill up your stomach with water while you're eating, your stomach isn't thinking, hey, I have a really high dosage or a really high concentration of sugar and I need to immediately produce insulin so that I can break this stuff down. When you're drinking the water, if you're having any kind of food, what your stomach is realizing is that there's more than just sugar in there. There's sugar and water. And with that kind of dilution going on inside of you, it won't produce as much insulin. That's one of the things that I do. So I always make sure I drink water somewhat during the meal, but mostly at the end of the meal. That's one. And lastly, how much water you should be drinking? Well, I mean, that really all depends. I mean, I know that if at the end of a meal, or not even, let's say my stomach is completely empty and I'm starving and I have like cookies or something like that, I'm down in water. I mean, I'm down in like 3 bottles of water immediately, because I know as soon as that water passes through me, the sugar's still gonna be in there and insulin spike, automatic zit, period. Now, if I'm eating, let's say, cheesecake at the end of my meal, I'll have like a glass of water just to make sure that my stomach is, kind of taking in the sugar little by little. So, how much water really all depends on whether or not your stomach is empty and how much sugar you intake. I personally like to drink water at the end of everything I eat, just as a precaution. So there you have it, water. Why you should drink it, how you should drink it, and when. Why? Confuses your stomach. When? At the end of every meal. And how much? Depending on how much sugar you take, 1 to 2 glasses of water typically. Anyways, this is Brian at Acne Be Gone. Be sure to like my video. Check out my YouTube page and my Facebook page, Acne Be Gone. I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.